Next thing we're getting into is what we call strike force. So strike force is a drill to work kickoff and to work kickoff return. So we're going to have a guy on each of these two cones, and then we're also going to put a returner back there. So you have these cones set up, typically probably about 5 to 7 yards apart. We're going to throw a ball back to the returner. We're going to make our kickoff guy work a move and miss. Our kickoff return guy's got to get back and get square and get hands up and get our hands on these dudes. And we got to avoid and miss and tag off on the returner. So both guys start at the cone, and then they're going to run to this intersection of cones back here. If there's space between the ball carrier and the blocker, so I'll drop a picture over here to the side. Let's say the ball carrier's here and the blocker's here, and we're right here as a kickoff guy. Well, there's a lot of space. So if there's space, that's when I can avoid. If there's no space, let's say ball carrier here, blocker here, and I'm right here, that's when we have to fit him up and two gap. So I have to go and use my hands, take on this block, and then whatever way the guy goes, I got to disengage and go make the play. So that's how we're kind of coaching those guys. As far as getting off the block, we're always going to just teach our guys, hey, use your hands. Whether you're a slap swim guy, a chop rip guy, we don't really care. We're just want our guys, hey, use your hands. Use your hands. This is the same template as our towel drill. Now we're just utilizing it as strike force. Same thing. You want guys to show up and see who's really good on kickoff and kickoff return. Man, get this drill going, grade it, have anybody do it. Shoot, sometimes we've had guys that are hurting our teams, like somebody, an injured guy. He's going to go grade this thing if we don't have times as coaches. You can get an assistant to do it. You can have a student assistant do it. It's pretty simple and straightforward. But I feel like posting this stuff, guys, is the most critical thing that we do. That creates such heavy competition. And then if we ever have a team meeting, Coach Glazier, myself, anybody involved in special teams, we're always asking Coach Hens, can we show this in the team meeting? So that way, guys that are in the tight end room can give Ben Ellison a lot of crap about taking 0 reps. Hey, Ben, you must not care about the team at all. Guys can give Braylon Henderson some crap in the wide receiver room. Hey, Braylon, what was that? You took 0 reps in the strike force? You don't want to make our team better? It allows for a little bit of peer pressure and those guys to hold each other accountable. So here's what strike force looks like. We're always going to have a coach that's going to throw the ball, and then he's going to blow the whistle. So the drill doesn't start until the whistle's blown. So beep, and they're rolling. Again, about 5, 6 yards apart, can go back it up to 7, however you want. I'm going to drop back as a kickoff return blocker guy in between these two cones. I'm running up on him, and I'm trying to avoid or I'm trying to two-gap. Good job by our kickoff return guy. Getting back, getting square, and then great job getting displacement. I love it. Man, we're knocking this guy off his course. Now, what does he have to do? I got to do a better job of stepping on his toes, avoid, and stack. Same principles we're using with our punt team. We're coaching that same stuff here on the kickoff team. Good job by the kickoff return guy. Now, we're always going to pull this clip and showcase this. We never, ever, ever want to be in that position blocking guys in the back. That's a penalty. And we're going to over-coach our guys on those clips to make sure that we're not getting penalties on special teams. Quickest way to negate a huge return, get a block in the back or get a holding. Man, we're better off just not blocking guys and letting them go try to tackle our guys. We trust that we put a really good guy back here. Be smart. Don't block guys in the back. Got to be great. But we're throwing the ball back to the returner so that way he can run, and these guys have a target to go and tag off on. Good clip there by the KOR guy. Now you can see here where we open it up a little bit. We got a lot more space going on this time when we're doing it. You guys can change that up as much as you want. So again, we're going on the whistle as soon as we're doing it. Good job by our KOR guy getting back in square. Good job displacing him, and great job getting him away from that returner. Now, how we're coaching the finish phase on kickoff return, the same way we coach it on punt return. If I'm in phase, I can giant lift and go engage this guy. If I'm out of phase, that's when I'm going to use the long arm or box out technique. So there's carryover in our teaching to both phases of this thing. So that way we're teaching the same thing amongst a bunch of different drills. But great job by Julian right here, walling his guy away from the returner. Good job getting displacement, making a move. It doesn't have to be a big physical altercation all the time in kickoff return. This is a good illustration by our kickoff guy. First thing we always talk about on kickoff, step on his toes. What do I mean by that? Don't make a move 10 yards away. That's shitty. I can react to that. That's easy. Go step on his toes. Make a move when you're 6 inches from his face. Now that's really difficult. So a great job of using my hands and an even better job of stacking. I'll show it better here from the tight view. You're going to illustrate this. Nick Kubitz running down here on kickoff. Good job stepping on his toes. Make a move. Good job using my hands, getting them off. Now I got to stack, put them in a trail position, go finish on the ball carry. That's a fantastic job. Good job pinning the hip, taking off on the hip. Clearly, there's the winner, right, guys? Simple and straightforward. Nick Kubitz, the defensive guy, or kickoff guy, he wins. That's a loss for our guy, Noah Gindorf, right here. But I think it's another great competition drill. Another good illustration. We're doing this without pads on. Because again, guys, it doesn't need to be a big physical altercation. It's a good job of using my hands. Like I said, every guy is a little bit different with what moves, what hands they're going to use. This is a good job by Kaiser, utilizing a little chop rip. Good job stacking, putting him in a trail position so that way he can go in. Now, we're always going to coach our guys to have tremendous effort. This is not good enough effort at North Dakota State. You have to do a better job than this. You have to continue to fight, continue to try to find a way to run, potentially long arm. You cannot stop. True freshman right here that doesn't really know exactly what he's doing yet. And that's okay, but that's why we're doing these drills. Man, who is really, really competitive? We know James Kaiser, a couple years in the program, extremely competitive kid. We don't necessarily know about our true freshmen yet. I think this is a great drill. Who's going to truly compete? Another great job by our kickoff guy, avoiding and stacking. Stepping on his toes. Again, guys, we would say hands are not great here. Doesn't do a great job of using his hands and getting off the block. Does do a great job of stacking, going and tagging off, finishing on the hip. Great job by the kickoff guy there. Now, you can do different things. Change up the angles. Let's have guys drop back over this way. Let's let guys work on different angles and different planes. It's going to happen differently based off of where everybody's going. Good rep by our KOR guy. Ooh, we cannot on kickoff come up here, come to balance, and stutter our feet. You've got to make a full speed move, man. Cannot sit back. Good job by the KOR guy. Some guys are going to be a little bit more physical. Great win by this guy. Getting back, getting square, sinking my hips, keeping my feet alive, getting my hands on those guys, and walling them out of there. It's a fantastic job. Win by the KOR guy. Again, same stuff I'm talking about. Got to step on his toes to make our move. Can't make moves too far away. Good job staying patient. Great job by the KOR guy getting his hands on. Guess what? You better have your O-line coach down here too, because guess what this drill is a lot similar to? It's freaking pass pro. There's a spin move by a defensive lineman. Here's an O-lineman pulling the hands off, getting the hands back inside and replace it. So your O-line coach better be down there during these drills helping to coach these guys up too. All those techniques and all those things that you're teaching across football, they all show up on special teams. That's why it's one of the best phases of the game. That's why I get really, really fired up about it. Great clip here by the kickoff guy. Great job with my hands. There's a little slap swim. Slap, swim my hands over the top, stack. Great job. Holy cow, KOR guy. Let's talk about him. I got to get back. I got to get my weight on my insteps. I got to have quiet, patient feet, and I can never lunge. Right here, we got a little overeager fullback lunging, trying to hit with his eyes first rather than playing with his hands. He's going to fall down to the ground. No good. Good job by the kickoff guy. Good win right there.